future millionaires.
And come get rich with us. You gon' eat or you gon' starve.
Welcome, everybody, to the Tea of the Future Millionaires. We are in our second season of the Tea of the Future Millionaires. This season is going to be a lot of changes. First, every week, I'm going to start actually interviewing a entrepreneur. To me, entrepreneurship is something that's definitely plays a part in a lot of our lives since COVID-19. I've seen over 90% of people transform from leaving a job to actually just taking that risk and going out to be an entrepreneur. Tonight, I will be doing a special interview with Brianna Carter.
Hey
Bree,
y'all.
tell them about a little bit about you. Tell us about you.
Well, I'm Brie. I'm 21 years old. I'm a licensed esthetician and body contouring specialist. I recently opened up my very own spa August 1st. So cheers. I've always
Congratulations
wanted to
on that,
open a
actually.
spa. What did you say?
Congratulations on that.
Thank you. I've always wanted to own a spa. It's always been my dream. So I've always I've always been the type to want a business, want my own. I started my very first business when I was in sixth grade, selling and making hair bows. So I've always wanted. I actually wanted to start off selling T-shirts, but I didn't know how to do that in sixth grade. So I made me some hair bows, and that was my first business. But yes, and I have a all natural skincare line that I make by myself, handmade everything.
Okay. So, Bree, being 21, dag, I remember when I was 21. That sounds like I'm old now. My kid's almost 21. Um, being 21, being an entrepreneur, COVID, what are some of the challenges that you're finding as an entrepreneur?
I feel as though being that I'm 21, a lot of people don't take it serious. A lot of people have difficulties trusting me, and that's okay. That's cool because my work speaks for itself. But that is the main challenge that I have. And then a lot of people, they just don't always believe in me because they either say I'm too young, or you don't know it yet, you don't know it all, or you'll figure it out. Or a lot of people try to belittle my ideas and tell me, oh, you're trying to do too much. Just be young and wild and stuff like that. That's mainly my biggest challenge. It's just people just they don't have faith in me. Like they don't believe I can do it. Like, come on now, y'all.
But you know what, Bree? I think that's for everybody. I think that's everybody's challenge right now with being an entrepreneur. I would say for myself, it's the same thing. I mean, you've been doing something for so many years, and I hate to say it, sometimes it be our own people that don't entrust in us. They'll go take their money
It be
somewhere
our
else.
own people.
It's our own people,
It be our
and they won't support us, but they'll go and support somebody else that's across the street. And that's one of the things that
yeah,
I
yeah.
struggle with myself as being an entrepreneur, is that avenue with having that challenge where it's trying to keep the clientele going, trying to, because you guys also, we all offer some type of services. Some people sell like a boutique owner, but we as people that own services, it's like you gotta gain it. Is a lot that comes along with it, and we at a point that like right now we in like really a recession. People like they say
Yeah,
inflation. It's the same thing. But I try to
right.
tell people like it's more of let's support each other. It's hard. And it's challenging, and I know it's challenging for you because it's a lot of people that's in that industry that you're in, so it's definitely a big
Definitely.
competition for
Definitely.
you.
But what I will say is I don't look at things as competition. I think of it as let's collaborate. Collaboration over competition. It could be 1,000 people right next door to me, but I feel like if you stand on business and you are serious about what you do, you'll bring in the clientele that you desire. Because when we go to the grocery stores, it's several bread out there. but we just gonna get what we want, right?
Right.
You know, so that I take it as I'm not in competition with no one. I rather let's collab. Let's both make some money together. Let's both pour into each other. Let's both bring value. Let's both add value, stuff like that. And that's where a lot of, especially young entrepreneurs, they go wrong. They don't bring value. They see everything as a competition, or they see everything as she's competing with me type of thing. No, but we just do the same thing.
I'm like that too. I tell people that all the time. Matter of fact, I was talking to a client today about that. Like, it shouldn't be everybody, and I see it a lot every day because it's some people that they feel like you in some type of, if they're doing something that you're doing, it's like, oh, I'm competing, but we nobody knows everything. So I look at it like I could learn something from you just like you can learn something from me, and we both could be doing the same thing. It's just is trying to come together. And I think that goes back to something that you just said. Like, it shouldn't be a competition, even with like women empowerment. You notice that us as African American women, we can't be around each other too long because it's always something that get messy. I was looking at like
Always
statistics.
something.
Yeah, and I was looking at statistics of Caucasian people with drama on social media. They don't talk about half of the stuff that we talk about and we get upset about. They don't even do that. So I see it when I see people on social media, and it's like, why you just don't go to the person and tell them you got an issue with them? You're gonna write somebody else, and then it's like
Right.
all these people that don't know you. Like, even with yourself and myself, we're having a service. If you go to somebody and you tell them, I came to you and I said, "Hey, Brie, I felt this. I came in and I had this." They gonna leave your organization. They might tell you your place of business. They might leave and say everything was okay, and they will, soon as they get in their car, they'll go to social media. Then all of these people that have never
They
done
will run
business,
to social media.
right?
I was like, well, love, we could have solved this problem inside. I'm all about solving problems. I love, the feedback. Tell me what I need to work on. Tell me what I need help in. Don't take it to social media, because once it touches social media, we will never be in business ever again. Client or not, there's 1,000 other clients out here. So they're taking this to social media stuff. I hate it, because it's just like we could have just solved the problem. Like I said, we could have came together and solved this problem. You didn't like what I did. You didn't like filling out that. Tell me what I need to fix. You as a customer. You get what I'm saying? Like,
I
don't sit
get
here
you.
and act like everything's perfect. And then you get in your car. Oh my gosh. Da, 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 da. That's not what you just said inside, sis. Like,
Or they try to do a chargeback, or that's
and then
something
another
that
thing.
needs. Yes.
That's another thing. Those chargebacks. Ever since I switched over to Square, I never had a chargeback problem again, because Square, they're not going to play with you. And once you sign, because when you check out, when you have to sign, if you use a card, you have to sign. So once I have your signature, ain't no more chargebacks. You can't charge nothing back. And I always have people sign documents. So there's no way that you can say that you didn't get your service.
Exactly.
Like, don't do the chargeback. I'm a small business trying to just make it just like you are. Like,
And that's the thing that but I noticed that, Bree, people that actually do that have been doing that. That's not their first time. They do that on and I just had a similar situation with somebody, and with PayPal, I'll never use PayPal again because I feel like you're not in favor of us as business owners to have services. See?
Get out of here with PayPal. I'm done with PayPal, okay?
And you probably had some chargebacks with them, right?
That's why I switched over to Square.
You like Square?
I absolutely love Square. All my students, all my clients who have businesses, and I'm actually teaching a business class this Saturday. I'm telling everybody, please switch over to Square. Square is made for us as business owners. PayPal is almost like just a cash app. It's made for any and everybody. Square, they are literally dedicated to business owners. That's why they don't play with the chargeback stuff. They be like, no, let's check with the business first. See, PayPal, they're going to give you your money back, and the customer's always right in their mind. But the customer isn't always right in real life.
Right.
And Square understands that.
Right.
Like,
so what kind of class are you teaching on Saturday?
So I will be teaching a business masterclass. So I've actually had business coaches. I still have a business coach actually. I just learned a lot. Me being young and me trying to start. I started this business 3 years ago. I actually started with a boutique at first in high school. When I started that boutique in high school, I couldn't even tell you what a polymelon was.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So when I moved over to making this a brand and, all about body and wellness and stuff, I was lost. So I went and got me a business coach. She taught me a lot, but I'm just trying to help and give back to people who was like me, who I didn't know what to do. I didn't know nothing about no business credit. I didn't know anything about how to properly get influencers. Now that I know about that, I have business credit. I've had an influencer. I've worked with other brands. I've partnered with local businesses and stuff like that. It's just a lot of stuff that we can learn that can help. So now that's why I'm giving back, teaching them all that I learned. Not all that.
So where you holding it at? Where is it gonna be?
So it's gonna be right here at my spa location. My spa is right here in Conyers, right off the highway.
Okay.
Yeah, so the tickets are only $40.
And what time is it from?
What'd you say?
What is the time?
1 p.m. So August 13th at 1 p.m.
Okay. So that's definitely, that's definitely a lot of people, and that's what I say. $40 is definitely reasonable. If you got a flyer, send it to me because I know a lot of entrepreneurs that need to be outside at that event. One of the things that I tell people when I interview them, what is your thought on support?
I feel like support goes a long way. I feel like support will bring you abundant business. I feel like support just keeps an entrepreneur going because it's hard out here for entrepreneurs. Every day don't always want to wake up and okay. Some days you might have some days as an entrepreneur like, all right, I gotta get this money. But that little support or that little message or just that little repost from your friends or anybody in your family, that goes a long way. I feel like entrepreneurs and people who aren't entrepreneurs, I feel like they should look more into supporting us. Like supporting don't mean you always have to buy. Of course, we want you to buy and book it. Of course that. But that doesn't always mean that. Sometimes we just need words of encouragement.
Yeah, you're right about that. And I tell people sometimes it's not even about like purchasing anything. Sometimes just share. I tell people like sometimes just share. You can share. That's free. That don't cost you not even a
That's
penny.
free. It's 100% free. Sharing goes a long way. Tell me how much business I done had because somebody shared it. I walked into this one place and this girl came up to me. She was like, "Hey, I know you." I was like, "Uh-oh." And she was like, "No, my friend always reposting your business." I'm like, "Well, for real? Oh, thank you." But you see, stuff like that goes a long way. That was all the way in Conyers.
Wow.
I never lived in Conyers. This is my first time in Conyers as a business owner. Of course, I came out here before it went to like the Chuck E. Cheese and Nana's and stuff like that. But I've never been out here for business. But I'm outside. When I actually saw a girl, I'm outside actually handing out cards and stuff to people. And she came up to me like, "Hey, I know you." I'm like, "What?" But you see how that free support went a long way.
Right. And that's a good thing that you saying that because free support do go a long way. And that's one of the things that a lot of entrepreneurs need to know. They actually need to know, support can mean a lot of different things. It doesn't mean you always have to shop with me. It always you might not need
Right.
my services for something. And it bothers me when people say, "Oh, well, it costs too much." My theory is if you can go out to eat, you can go to the club, you can go to the bar, you should be investing in, like you say, you doing that business master course. That's important. Even if you getting a foundation of something,
Right.
90% of people, their businesses are not formatted correctly. They're not doing it correct. Posting, they inconsistent. You gotta be
Being
consistent.
consistent, I try to tell people consistency is key. And I know that might sound a little cliche, like, "Oh, I always hear that." That's not helping me, but that's real. Like, consistency is key. It's key. You got to put this stuff in people's faces. Once you put it in somebody's face, you keep doing it, they're going to eventually be like, "All right, let me just see what this girl talking about." Because she posts every day. It's got to be talking about something. It got to be talking about something. Let me go check this out.
Right, right.
And she can brought 5 other friends with her. when she came to go check it out.
Yeah, and that's just like you say, just being consistent and being more, us as women need to like support one another. We tear each other down because of, some of it is just I, hatred. Some of it's just a person
Hatred,
don't like you,
jealousy.
and they don't even have. Sometimes, majority of the time, I notice with people, they don't even, especially women, they don't have a reason to not like you. They don't like you because of what somebody else has probably told them, and they've
What
never gotten to
somebody
meet
else
you.
told them.
And that's something that, I told myself I want to start doing like more women empowerment stuff, like, even so. Tell me, Bree, like, on a day-to-day basis, like, how much are your services, like, if somebody want to book with you, and tell them exactly like what you do.
Okay, so I actually do a number of things. So,
Okay.
like I said, I'm a licensed esthetician and body contouring specialist. So I offer facials, which my facials start at $70, and the highest one is $110. So those are like dermaplaning, microdermabrasion, simple cleansing, stuff like that.
Okay.
I offer body contouring services. Of course, I'm actually doing a body contouring service right now,
Okay.
but I offer butt enhancements, which are $100. I do cavitation, which is for the stomach, which is also $100. Skin tightening treatments are 70. Cellulite treatments are 70 as well. I do. I'm now doing post-op care, so post-op massages and stuff like that. So the girls who get surgery, I got you too. Those are packages. So those are just a number of things. It all depends on what exactly you need, depending on what surgery you got and stuff like that. I do waxes, so Brazilian waxes. Brazilian waxes are $40. Inflation is crazy out here, guys. Inflation is crazy. My waxes used to be $35. Unfortunately, we had to go up to $40. We do the vajacials, which is a facial for your vagina. I really, really, really highly recommend those to women and stuff like that, because a lot of time women like, oh, it's I suffer from discoloration and stuff like that, but we just got to take care of it. You getting in the shower and just taking a regular old shower is not just gonna it's gonna keep it clean, but it's not gonna actually take care of the vagina. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother. But yeah, those are pretty much all the services that I also do. Spa parties as well. So I do spa parties, but they're not for kids. My spa parties are for women and their friends. So
Okay.
like you get like back facials, we have refreshments of your choice. You get an herbal foot soap, you get slippers, you get robes, you get the paraffin wax. I don't know if you guys really know what paraffin wax is.
No, what is that?
So paraffin wax is the wax that you use to soften the skin. So once you get your herbal foot soap, we'll take your foot out the herbal foot soap, and then we'll put it in paraffin wax so it can bring moisturization, soften the feet, because of course the feet is probably the hardest because you walk on every single day. If you ever go get like a pedicure and they have this stuff, like they have theirs in like a bag that they put them in.
Yeah.
Put
And
them
you
on
put your foot in there?
Right. That's
Okay.
what paraffin wax is. But it's really to help soften the sebum, which is soften the skin and stuff like that.
Okay, now I usually get that, and they cost a lot of money.
They do.
Yeah.
Well, it costs a lot of money at the nail salon.
Yeah.
The actual paraffin wax ain't that much money.
Oh wow. So you do that. Okay. So besides, you doing that full time, are you a full time mom or no?
Absolutely not. Hats off to all the moms and stuff like that. Y'all are some strong women. I do want kids, just not right now. My best friend, I have a goddaughter though. So I guess you could say I'm a
So you do got a kid,
mom.
but it ain't biologically yours, but you the godmom. Anything happen, that's so you got it.
Yes, and I help take care of her, so I guess you could say I'm a full-time godmom.
Okay.
Yes.
So Bree, let me ask you. So on a daily basis. So the other day, I don't know if you probably be so busy. I don't know if I made a live the other night, and
No, I'm trying to really learn how to work Facebook. I really don't know how to work this thing.
Oh,
I'm
it's
more
just
of an
the
Instagram
algorithm, but
person.
it ain't even you. It's I was just talking to my mentor, and we was talking about the algorithm on Facebook because she was telling me like she had made a video and like she got a group that got like 30,000 people and only 38 people looked at it. I told her it's just the algorithm, and it's not even like
Yeah,
us.
I was
It's
say
just
it's
a,
the algorithm. Same thing
yeah.
with Instagram, but that's
It didn't
another
used
thing.
to be like that, but I
I've
had
also
made
learned
a
Instagram's algorithm.
right. I had made a post the other day and I was talking I actually went live because a lot of vendors was had called me about an issue. What do you think about, and I know you probably heard it cuz you do events cuz you did the last one we had.
Hmm.
What do you think about this scamming ordeal? With people taking people money, like I just heard of the back to school event that somebody took $150. Some people paid 200, and it was over 30 people that paid. And she actually said that she was in the hospital, but they did their research. She didn't even book the venue, and this was an outside venue. Tell me, as a actual vendor, like your thoughts on all this scam and stuff, because I know y'all at your last thread with these people and
No,
you know
seriously. So I've recently pulled back from doing pop-up shops for that exact reason. See, I never got scammed with the pop-up shop, thank God. But a lot of people's problem is that they don't do their research like they're supposed to with their pop-up shop. Like first you have to go look and see if this person, is this a regular thing for them? Do you think they have the foundation to bring in a crowd? Do you see that, are they active on whatever platform you found them on? Are they, like, you just have to check your research like that. And number two, I don't do pop-up shops. Actually, I did get scammed with a pop-up shop before. I don't do, if you don't send me an invoice, I'm never doing a pop-up shop with you. I don't do the cash app. No, I don't do Zelle. No, first of all, I have a real business. I need to document everything that is spent on my business. I need an invoice. I need a receipt. I'm not going to take no screenshot cash app and go take that to my tax man. It don't work like that.
definitely,
It don't work
definitely.
like that. And a lot of times, actually, one of my clients just told me that she got scammed by Yandy, which was
The
crazy.
celebrity.
She had a pop-up shop and she said, yeah, it was crazy. But I feel like a lot of people are trying to do that because they know it's a community full of people waiting to spend their money. So they're trying to take advantage of that. But Atlanta is small. You don't know who somebody knows, who they know, who they know, and who they know. This scam stuff has to come to an end because, baby, you can't keep taking
But you know
people's
what?
money.
I think one of the main reasons that people last year, and that's why I pulled back and made the sneaker gala the last one. I was supposed to have a sneaker gala in February, and I rescheduled it because it was gonna be my last event. And I told people that it's overly saturated because the community is not coming out to support. No matter how much you go out, I remember last year we used to have rooms full of people, and it's like a hit or miss because first of all people don't want to come out, they don't want to support, they don't want to they I mean it's hard, and that's what I was telling them. I was a vendor before I was a host, and when you actually sit back and you actually look at it, it's definitely not a fair situation. So I was like, I would rather do things where you can network with other people, you can meet other people, you can learn different things instead of keep throwing these events and you paying so much money. The vendors don't make no money. Then you got a whole list
Then
of,
you got
I mean,
everybody
and
mad at the host and stuff like that. See, let me
definitely.
tell you something about me. I do feel like it is on both parties to promote their business, to promote this pop-up shop. Yes, as a vendor, I am supposed to also bring my people. But a lot of these hosts, y'all have 100 followers and y'all trying to host a pop-up shop event. What foundation and what platform are you going to use to bring these people? I'm not paying anybody $100 something. And why am I paying you more than what your followers, how many followers you have? It's hosts have to realize that they still have to have some type of platform and have crowds to come out. Now, a lot of hosts, this is what a lot of hosts' problem is. They be like, oh yeah, 60 plus vendors, and you don't even have a guaranteed 10 people to come.
Right. And that's where, and you telling the truth about that. And that's what I was telling them on the live. Like, nobody can ever tell. You really can't. You can never tell how many people are going to come because you can do tickets on Eventbrite and you can have 100 people on Eventbrite saying they're going to come. They probably won't come because they ain't thinking about coming to see you or those people. So that's why I tell people, like, people don't understand. You might as well, I tell all my vendors now, you might as well just take that money and put an ad on Facebook. You might as well run an ad or get you some more flyers and walk the streets. You got a better chance of doing it. And that's what I told myself.
You have a way better chance.
You got a way better chance.
The pop-up shop era is about to come to an end. That's really what because one, people keep getting scammed. Two, like you said, that people are going to come out. That's why I always recommend people, if you still want to do a pop-up shop, we need to go find a market. They have markets that they do every single Saturday in some areas. Go there. A market is where people are going to guaranteed come.
Right.
Not these pop-up shops that you find on Instagram, not these pop-up shops that you find on freaking...
And now the celebrities doing it. Now the celebrities doing a pop-up shop, so that makes it even worse because they're charging. Think about it, like, they had last year the expo and a lot of people went out because it was a lot of celebrities there. But in realization, did those vendors really make some money? Because sometimes people just go to those events just to see the celebrities, just to see what celebrities is inside of or is at that event. So they're definitely not going to be, they might not be actually, doing anything to benefit. So you could pay, because some of those expos, they pay like $1,500 for those. And you might not make your $1,500 back. And even doing it at certain places, I know as a whole, sometimes locations can be a bad location because nobody know you in there.
Let me tell you, because I used to do at least either 1 to 2 pop-up shops every single month. I used to do 2. Then I was like, okay, I'm going to stick to 1. I will pull up to a location. If the location isn't right, I'm going to sit there and be like, you know what? I'm going to just take this loss on this because it's clearly not going to be nobody in here. And a lot of people, they have to realize you have to include parking because my clients and my crowd, if parking isn't good, they're going to leave. And it's not even just my crowd. That goes for everybody else. If the parking isn't good, they're going to leave. That's what people fail to realize. They just like, oh, it looked good on the inside. What about the outside? Is it welcoming? Can you see it from the street? Does it have enough parking for everybody? They don't include all of that. They be so ready to get money hungry. And I'm not saying that don't get no money because everybody got bills. But let's think logically and realistically when you're trying to do this. Can you do this? Can you uphold a crowd? Are you even able to host an event? Like, people trying to host pop-up shops, you still have to talk to the vendors. You still have to communicate. You still have to introduce yourself. They don't know how to do none of that stuff. And then these people trying to do that stuff, they don't even know how to communicate properly. If you know you're going to be late, if you told us to be here at 9 a.m. and you seen on your GPS it said 9:20, you need to text or email somebody and say, hey, running behind. Don't have you standing out here for 20 minutes.
Right.
But
yeah, and that's a true fact. And like you said, it's definitely gonna come to the end because now with all this stuff and people getting mayors involved and city council people involved with scamming on the pop-up shops, they're gonna definitely start asking for licenses and different things like that. It's gonna be a lot of requirements and you're gonna have to like report certain things to the city, the county that you might live in. People don't realize that, and I was like, that's going to cause people to have people in there with certain drinks and different things like that. They gonna have to have permits. Then the food people gonna have permits. You definitely ain't gonna be able to have nobody in there with no crazy stuff like THC or nothing, because it's gonna go down. So that's what I tell people. Like, you doing nothing but making it bad. And like some of these people, they do it every week. And I mean, you got to take a break, give a breather, maybe do it every other month. And a lot of them just can't collab with each other, because if they did that, that would bring out a crowd. Because if you're not having something, you a host, why you can't bring your people out?
These people who are hosting these how it used to be. People that's hosting their pop-up shops, they experienced it before. They know what to do. They know what not to do. They know how to pick a location. People used to really sit there and think really hard before they did the pop-up shop. People will wake up with the idea and, oh yeah, I got a pop-up shop coming.
Mm-hmm.
What? That's not how it goes. people don't understand that you still have to plan for things. You really have to plan.
But Brie, tell everybody how they can contact you.
Okay, you guys can always contact me on Instagram. Like I said, I'm more of an Instagram type of girl. My Instagram is the spoiled brat life. I'll say .com. No, my Instagram is just the spoiled brat life. It is the spoiledbratlife.com. Like I said, I have all natural skincare that you can purchase. I have waist trainers, and then you also can book with me, of course.
Okay, well, I really appreciate you taking the time to come on here, and just giving entrepreneurs and dropping some gems about what they do. To all my followers, please like and subscribe to this video, and please support Brianna. The Brat Life, like, come out. She's in Conyers. What's the location?
So my location is in my Instagram bio, but it is 1225 Salem Gate Drive, Conyers, Georgia. So I'm right on the exit where you have the Chuck E. Cheese, Juicy Crab, the Walmart, everything. I'm right by the strip. So as soon as you get off the highway, boom.
Okay. Well, everybody, this has concluded this episode of the Tea of the Future Millionaires. Thank everybody so much that like and subscribe. Brianna, thank you again.
Thank you.
Definitely I'm thinking about starting to do roundtables as a podcast. So I definitely I'll send you an email about the first one. I'm thinking about shooting and having a roundtable, and I'm just gonna throw out some topics, and you just tell me your thoughts on these different topics. I just want to talk about empowerment, us as things like that we deal with challenging as in childhood that leads you up to today. So it's a lot of different things I want to start talking about to really get the community and stuff involved. But I really appreciate you coming on tonight.
Yes, I greatly appreciate you all having me. And yes, so we can do the round talk, baby. I can talk, okay? So if you ever think you need a host or anything or somebody to come on and talk to you all about business, women empowerment, everything.
Okay.
I'm ready.
So definitely. So I will send you out some information on that, and you have a good night, and don't work too hard.
I'm not, baby. This is my last time for the day. I'm gone.
All righty. So have a good night.
All right. Thank you. You too.
You're welcome.
You can come get rich with us. You gon' eat or you gon' starve.